Hello everyone, this is Preeti Sagar and welcome back to Career Launcher IAS. In this video, I'm going to discuss about expansion and consolidation of British Empire, its background and causes of their success in India. So about its background, basically Aurangzeb, who used to be the last powerful Mughal ruler, had established his control over a vast part of the territory which used to be called as India. And after his death in 1707, the Mughal rulers, Mughal governors, most of the Mughal governors, basically, if we see Mughal Empire had been divided into various units, and the biggest unit was provinces that was known as subas, and the governors of those subas, they were known as subadars. So Mughal Empire had been divided into these subas, and subadars were the governors over there. So these Mughal subadars and big zamindars, they started asserting their authority and also established regional kingdoms by declaring their independence later on. So, being the powerful regional kingdoms that had emerged in various parts of India, Delhi could no longer function as an effective center what it used to be in the past. By second half of the 18th century, a new power started emerging on the political horizon of India that was called British or British rule in India. Before this, in 1600, East India Company, who had acquired a charter from the ruler of England, the then ruler of England, that was Queen Elizabeth I, who had granted this East India Company a sole right to trade with the East. That meant that no other trading group in England could compete with the East India Company in the East. With this charter, company could venture across the oceans. They could look for new lands from which it could buy goods at the cheaper price, and they can carry them back to the Europe and sell those goods which they have bought at cheaper price at they can sell these goods at the higher cost in the European market. So here company did not have to fear any competition from other English trading companies. Mercantile trading companies during that time, they used to make high profit primarily by excluding such competition so that they could buy cheaper goods and sell it at the dearest cost. So the Royal Charter could not prevent other European powers from entering the Eastern markets. During that time, we have seen that there were already Portuguese East Indian Company who had already come to India. Then after that, Dutch East Indian Company was there. Later on, French East Indian Company came. So competition started emerging, or competition started increasing among those other European powers. During that time, first English ships that sailed down the west coast of Africa, that was round Cape of Good Hope. And from here, they crossed Indian Ocean. There they found that Portuguese had already established their presence in the western coast of India, and Goa used to be their base. Before this, Vasco da Gama, who was a Portuguese explorer, not French explorer, he was a Portuguese explorer. He had already discovered the sea route to India in 1498. It means in 15th century, he was the first person or Portuguese explorer who had discovered this sea route from where Britishers entered into India. By early 17th century, Dutch East Indian Company, they too were exploring the possibilities of trade in Indian Ocean. So they also came. Later on, French traders, they also arrived in the same scenario. What were the products was that was popular in European market? So here, these products which were very much popular, that was fine quality of cotton and silk that used to be produced in India. It was having big market in Europe. Apart from this, pepper, cloves, cardamom, cinnamon, these were also in the very much demand. So because of the trading of these items, competition amongst the European companies, that pushed up the prices at which these goods could be purchased. And it also reduced the profit that they could have earned. So the only way the trading companies could flourish was by eliminating rival competitors. It means those rival European competitors. That urged them to secure markets. Therefore, it led to fierce battles between the trading companies. For example, French and British East Indian Company, they also involved in the battle among each other. Trade used to be carried on with the arms, and trading posts were also protected through fortification. These efforts to fortify settlements and carry on profitable trade also led to the intense conflict with the local rulers that we will discuss about when we'll discuss Battle of Plassey and Battle of Buxar. So basically, Battle of Plassey, that the reason behind this battle was the fortification that Britishers started making in Bengal, and French also aspired to make, or French also aspired to fortify the same. So because of this, tension arises and Battle of Plassey had happened. So we'll discuss about in the next video. So here company found it difficult to separate trade from politics because they had to deal with the situation through military ways, through diplomatic ways. So they involved themselves in the politics as well along with the trade. Here you can see the British Empire, the expansion phase of the British Empire. So here British territory during 1797, we can see that the brown one, which is marked in the brown, that is the Bengal region. So from Bengal they came because Goa had already been occupied by Portuguese, so it was not possible for them to enter from here. So they Britishers, they choose to enter from Bengal in India. And later on, during 1797, we can see in the map that this territory had been expanded through diplomatic ways, through military ways, it means through war. Later on, some other acquisitions had been taken place. It means expansion process had that was going on. So this orange part that had been expanded or that had been acquired later on. Here you can see in Gujarat as well, nearby in Cuttack in Odisha as well, it has taken place. The this blue or purple shaded or purple marked area that was under Maratha. So later on, Anglo-Maratha War will take place, and under this, some treaties will be signed. But at the last phase of the Anglo-Maratha War, the Maratha territory will also get acquired by Britishers. Then subsidiary alliance system that had also been imposed in India, under which some expansion had taken place. That is, these are those areas nearby this Farrukhabad, Oudh region, Jaipur region, and this Deccan region also. So here these areas had been expanded by Britishers under subsidiary alliance system. Later on, it will take place. Then doctrine of lapse comes, after which 1857 revolt will happen. So we'll discuss about these things systematically in the later videos. So, so these are those areas which had been marked by, which had been acquired by Britishers in the later phases. But there are some success, there are some reasons behind the success of Britishers in India. And what are those reasons? We'll discuss about that. So first reason behind this, that was superior arms, military and strategy. So firearms that used by Britishers, which included muskets and cannons, used to be better than the Indian arms, both in the speed of firing as well as in the range. By realizing these weaknesses, Indian rulers also started importing European arms, and they also employed European officers so that they can train their troops. But unfortunately, Indian military officers and the ranks could never match the English officers and English armies. So that was one of the weaknesses of the Indian rulers, and that was one of the superiority of the Britishers. Another reason behind their success was better military discipline and regular salaries. So if we see Indian ruler side, so regular salary was not given to the army men or to the soldiers. Apart from this, lack of discipline used to be had been found. So regular system of payment of salaries and strict regime of discipline, that became the means by which English East India Company ensured that the officers and the troops remained loyal to them. Apart from this, on the other side, Indian rulers, they did not have enough money to pay salaries regularly to their soldiers. And because of this, undisciplined situation had been created. Indisciplined situation had been created. Next reason behind their success was civil discipline and fair selection system. Company officers and troops, they were given chance, or they were given charge on the basis of their reliability and also skills what they had acquired, not on the hereditary or caste and clan ties. So their basis of selection was their skill and reliability, not their caste or hereditary condition. In the contrast of this, Indian administrators and military officers, they used to be appointed on the basis of caste, and personal relations with the rulers often disregarded merit and ability in the process. Next reason behind their success was brilliant leadership. leaders like Clive, Warren Hastings, Elphinstone, Monroe, Marquis of Dalhousie, etc. They had displayed their rare qualities of leadership. So, in the urge of expansion and consolidation of British Empire, these leaders or these officers, apart from other officers as well, they have played a significant role in the process. At the other side, if we see Indian rulers, they were much fighting against one another as against the British. It means they failed to identify who is their real enemy. That was Britishers, but they failed to identify that. And they thought that the local rulers, they are the real enemy of these rulers. So they kept on fighting among themselves. That was the weakest point for the Indian rulers. Next reason behind the success of Britishers in India, that was strong financial backup. The Britishers led many wars against local rulers. They led many wars against the other European powers or other European trading companies. Because of this, they had expanded themselves. And the backbone of these wars, or backbone of this expansion, was the strong financial backup. So, income of the company was adequate, enough to pay its shareholders handsome dividends and also to finance the English wars in India. Furthermore, England was earning fabulous profits from its trade with the rest of the world. So, if we see Indian rulers' side, so they were not earning good because trading had been stopped. What India used to have, handicraft, had been ruined. So, at Indian side, if we see these financial position was not that good because they had to pay war indemnity to the Britishers if they had faced a failure against Britishers. So these are some of the reasons behind lack of financial backup to the Indian side. But because of trading body, East India Company was the trade was flourishing in India, trade was flourishing in Europe, and they were earning huge profit. And those profit used to be spent in the funding of wars. That was their biggest strength. So these were some of the reasons which had helped Britishers to expand themselves. Later on, we'll discuss about its consolidation. And in the expansion phase, we'll talk about various wars which they have led. Basically, two policies Britishers had acquired, that was military ways and another was diplomatic policies. So these two policies Britishers had taken up. With the help of these two policies, they had expanded themselves, and we'll also discuss about the consolidation of the British Empire in the next video. Till then, thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Take care.